Programmatic is a very important part of our monetization strategy. I think we've tried to take a leadership position. We have a very strong programmatic sales team that has really done a great job of building out our PMP business. And we've also built out a really strong programmatic operations and yield team who's focused on driving up the value of our inventory in the open marketplace. So we spend a lot of time, as direct sales continues to move into what we call non-IAB formats, things like branded content, video, social, influencer. We really rely on our programmatic teams to continue to sell our more standard display inventory and pre-roll video inventory. So we've made a lot of strides in the last few years. It's been a big part of our growth and expect that to continue into the future.
So there's a lot of talk about server to server. It's not exactly new, but where does that stand and what's the value of that as you see it?
We think it has a lot of value. Anything we can do that decreases latency on the page, improves user experience, while simultaneously driving incremental revenue growth is a positive. And so we're bullish on it. We're working with partners like Index who are trying to lead the charge on doing server-to-server integrations. And we're hoping the day will come when that'll be the only way that people are integrated, and we won't have to have as many people loaded up on the page.
Cool. Matt, I want to ask you about platforms and platforms outside of Meredith and perhaps specifically around Facebook, but other ways of expanding your scope and expanding your business and what your off-platform strategy is.
So we have a very large following on a lot of social platforms, particularly Facebook and Pinterest. And those are important user acquisition channels for us, as well as Google and search. But at the end of the day, our focus is on continuing to bring people to our sites to become brand loyalists and to be users that come back on a habitual basis. And so that's, we do view social as a very important part of brand building and also traffic acquisition, but at the same time, we obviously prefer people coming directly to us and are focused on making that happen.
Cool. And finally, some thoughts coming out of the conference so far and some of the big topics that you've heard or you think should be heard or should be solved perhaps.
Sure, I think one of the trends I'm seeing is this willingness to collaborate between advertisers, agencies, publishers, and people really embracing the spirit of partnership in a way that maybe didn't exist even a few years ago. I think we all realize that we need each other in order to be successful. And so whether it's topics like viewability or identity and attribution, there seems to be more of an openness in collaborating and working together to get to better results. So that's been a little bit of my takeaway, at least thus far.